So, hi, I am KB with Nerdophiles. How are you both?
Well, great. Thank you, KB.
Oh my gosh, thank you for doing this. What a fascinating show. And let me start with you, Gina, to kick it off. So, we're really starting to continue to peel back the layers of all of the characters. And while it's Gibbs' point of view, I would really love to know kind of whose origin arc has been the most complex to really flesh out this first season.
Well, to me, Gibbs has been the most difficult just because there's the most canon surrounding him. So there were many hurdles that we had to overcome, and things that we established in the mothership that we needed to adhere to. So it was tricky. It was threading a needle for sure, and we wanted to remain true to that for our hardcore fans who we adore. But also still making an exciting story for people who had never seen the show. So it's something that we're really proud of being able to accomplish with Gibbs especially.
Yeah, and I will say I am someone who has not seen the original show. So this has been great for me just kind of figure out the background. And I know who Gibbs is because I am in the TV world, but this is the first time we're getting to see kind of his origin story and how much this trauma and PTSD really impact him and the choices that he's made over his career. And so that leads me to my question for you, David. The show does deal a lot with mental health themes and PTSD, and I think that you guys do it very authentically and from a very much needed empathetic lens. So, what type of support do you guys provide the actors as showrunners that kind of allow them the space to dive deeper into the storylines, but also explore any complex emotions that might arise by doing this work?
The conversation. I mean, it's just constant conversation with them. We're always checking in with them. Austin obviously had a big load to bear with carrying this. I know Austin, I won't speak for him, but it's in the media that he's spoken about. He's brought his own experiences of trauma into this, and you see it on screen. I hope the actors know that we're always there for them. I will say it's a lot. It takes a lot out of them. Austin certainly after this big run, he went and dyed his hair right afterwards. He said he wanted to not see Gibbs in the mirror anymore for a little bit. But yeah, I think we've wanted to tell the story in a genuine way, and the reality is, if someone's wife and daughter are murdered, it's going to be a traumatic, difficult experience. And Gibbs has thrown himself into his work, and we've seen that. And Frank's has carried his own things. They all have, and we've really tried to tell a story of trauma and post-traumatic stress disorder in a way that we feel is grounded and real, while also trying to find some levity in there, which I'm very proud that we have, because those are two, that's a very difficult thing to do.
Yeah, and I think that humanity really is the through line. And so for them kind of understanding that they're all going to have unique traumas, particularly just in this line of business, right? Like doing this work, there are things that are going to come up, but them kind of knowing that even though they are colleagues and they're coworkers, they have this community kind of built in that they can tap into when things are a bit too hard or the cases hit too close to home.
hmm Yeah, I think even the picture that's behind you, I think that was the time when they said if you don't find a way to laugh, this job is going to kill
Hmm.
your ass. And that's exactly where they come together and try to find those places to connect and to laugh, because otherwise it just becomes too much.
It does. And I wanted to ask about that. And so I'll ask you, Gina, the music is so good in here. And to me, it offers a bit of lightheartedness at times for such heavy subject matter, like with the Archer and Strickland scenes when she's like pining after him and the song's playing. So, what can you tease about your dream playlist for season two and how you think that'll continue to kind of tie into the themes of season two that I'm sure you guys are already planning?
Well, music has been a huge part of the show. As you said, David and I wanted to integrate that from the very beginning. And because we have this amazing catalog to pull from in the 90s, it's just been so exciting for us. And a lot of times in the writing, we will figure out the song first, and that really helps us hone in on what the episode is about. So we've been able to incorporate the music in a very
organic but significant way, which was our goal from the beginning. And as far as next season and hopefully beyond, I don't know. I'm constantly listening to the songs from our eras, and I'll look, and it'll be a year later, and I'll, make a little mental note. We have to use that song at some point. So there's definitely songs that we're waiting and dying to use in future episodes.
I mean, truly, it's a millennials playlist dream.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like, yes. Every time a song comes on, I'm like, yes. And then I remember, like, oh, do I have this saved on my phone? Oh, I don't. I need to add it to a playlist.
What's the Robin Hood song in this in the one in the episode?
Everything I do it for you.
She tried to cut that, KB. Gina
I did.
wrote
I tried to
that.
cut it. He
Gina
wouldn't
came up
let
with this brilliant idea. It's going to be, just, we're going to play it over the interrogation and all this. And I read it and I'm like, oh my God, I'm blown away, And then in typical Gina fashion, she's like, I don't think it works and tried to cut it. That's my job to make sure we keep her brilliance in there.
That's right. Stay on track with with the music. Keep
Yeah.
those original thoughts.
on
I love
track.
it. I love it, David. David said,
Yeah.
let's be real. Okay, so I have to ask, a new episode is coming out this Monday. So, David, what can you tease about the episode to come and how that may or may not change the trajectory of some of our characters' lives as the season progresses?
Two words, Mary Jo. Everyone, Mary Jo
Oh, we're so
is
excited.
everyone's, sleeper favorite. Caleb, who plays Randy, he always says he's America's favorite, but I don't know. He's got his work cut out for him with Mary Jo. I'll
Absolutely.
tell you this, my mom is more excited for this episode than she has been for anything probably since the pilot. Mary Jo is her favorite. And this is an episode, a really beautiful, beautiful episode that is, we're going to learn a lot about Mary Jo, what makes her tick, and really see our mama bear of the office at work. I couldn't be more proud of it. Tyla, who plays Mary Jo, is just a force of nature. I mean, she is wow. I mean, it's in absolutely incredible the places she can go, and just as an actor, I'm in awe of her, and I can't wait for everybody to see it on March 24th, which is what? That's a week from today. So
A week
it's
from
awesome.
today. Yes. And let me tell you, I had a chance to meet her. She is so kind.
I
Oh
know
my
she's
gosh, she is
the
the sweetest person. So I
Yeah.
love this. I can't wait to see it. Okay, my last question for both of you, and you kind of alluded to this just a little bit, Gina, when we were talking about like whose origin arc has been the hardest. And I know you said Gibbs just because it's canon, like he is, the heart and the POV of the show. But I have to ask both of you, how do you envision and what do you want this show to look like in terms of the legacy of the franchise? Because this is a robust franchise. It has changed the landscape of TV forever, and now your show is going to be cemented in that as well. So, and I can start with you, Gina, to answer first.
Well, I think our goal from the beginning was just to dig deeper into these characters and to see how they are bouncing off the case of the week, but also how it's infecting them in an internal way. And because we were able to really play out uh, the bulk of Gibbs' backstory in this first section of the season, in the second half of the season, we've been able to delve into our other characters, and we have this amazing ensemble of actors who are just so gifted. So we're really excited that we've been able to branch out, and we'll continue to do that so that our fans can get a taste of everyone's backstory. So we're trying to sort of expand the legacy of Gibbs and show how these other characters intertwine with his story.
Yeah. For me, it's character. I'm so proud of the success of the OG NCIS and whatever part that I or Gina had to play there. And I hope that people watch this one and feel that love that they had for the original, but see an elevation of character, and it's sometimes hopefully storytelling. And so I that's what I hope people take away from this is we wanted to give people that NCIS feeling, but dive deeper into who these characters are and really do more of a character study. And so far, I think it's worked for us.
And just to reiterate, just again, you don't have to have watched the original 400 episodes or how many there are in order to understand and enjoy the characters that we're putting forth. So that's the other thing that
You don't
we're
have to watch any of them. I mean,
you
it
know,
was,
yeah.
I would say, KB, that was the thing I'm probably most proud of as writers that Gina and I did is when we first got together, we said, let's write this to where if you're a huge fan of NCIS and you've seen them all, you're going to be like, oh man, this is making me rethink this or this understand. But if you've never seen any, this is a show you would love. And that's the thing I honestly that I'm most proud of because it turned out to be a very tall task to accomplish that. I think we're on the right track with it, and because I know people that have never seen NCIS tune in and are like, "Whoa," and are enjoying it, which is great.
Well, I will say, yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. I was going to praise you guys because you guys have done a fantastic job with this show. Me coming in blind, and just knowing like a little bit of the backstory of some of the original characters, I think it's wildly entertaining. It's very, very good. And so for me, I know that I don't have to watch the 400 episodes, but it does want me to go. It does make me want to go and watch the original too. So you
Awesome.
guys are doing a great job. And just thank you so much for taking the time to chat with Nerdophiles. And I really can't wait for everyone to see the rest of this season and beyond.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you. I hope you guys have a good day.
You too.
Bye.